Good evening. Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm about to give a really unpopular opinion, and I'm sure it's going to be especially unpopular amongst women.
I'm Gray Mars. Break a record by being with 100 men in one day. And right after she was done, she recorded a documentary.
I'm a vegan weed. Call yourself fresh and wear the same weak ass turtleneck on every show. Goddamn. Then we got goddamn the Sudanese Sambo. Bruh, man.
And I'm Enzo.
Bringing up in my lives is they're like, oh well, he's violating the Constitution by having a meme coin and him making money off it in office and everything like that. I was like, if that was the case, like there would be lawsuits up the ass and impeachment in court.
I'm skeptic. Like I always say, don't let anybody trample on your constitutional rights.
I'm Mia. That's not a correct power dynamic in my mind. Typically, the people that are trying to be removed are not in control. That's why they're easily being removed.
Yo, that was fire.
Yeah.
I like that, though. I like that.
The person that's dealt with some people in the industry, I can personally tell you, most of them are bullshit. Most of them got something going on and they crazy, and they will have you. I'm talking about they'll have you crazy.
Yeah, you look professional, bro. You look real professional.
Switch happened. Come on, man. You gotta acknowledge this. This is the problem that I have with elders like you, because you fail to acknowledge that this stuff has happened. We down.
That mean I'm doing my job.
Hey. If we sit there and be old school, we gonna miss the boat. You know, a lot of this kids 19 years old buying houses with Bitcoin, buying Maserati.
Wow. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
It's gonna come out how it come out. You feel me? Yo, none of this is rehearsed. Everything is off the top.
Vulgar. Welcome to the man cave.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the Man Cave on this Monday night. It's June 30th. So, fellas, it's y'all last day to get y'all child support payment in. And ladies, the food stamps coming tomorrow. All right. I'm Vulgar.
I'm Gray Mars.
I'm Doc.
I'm 85 Slim.
I'm James Alistair.
All right. And I think we waiting on King J.
He said give him a second. Just go ahead.
All right. So, man, this AI shit is getting great. So I got a political meeting I'm gonna play for y'all while we wait on King J. Here we go.
This shit all straight, telling all three of y'all stop playing with my name. Let's go on there, let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
Let's do it on camera. Cause I don't understand the angle. Like what?
I said it already.
So why come here?
I did it already. I'm here. So what's happening?
I mean, it's all good, but I'm saying why
I'm here. What's happening?
I'm all good, but I'm saying why come here just to curse us up?
I wanted to talk to you on your man in your face.
Absolutely.
You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
Straight up like a man.
Oh, so what's the issue?
Ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me. I just come to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
Did you pull up on Ross that way?
Yeah, I'm pulling up on.
Yeah, but I'm the radio guy. Why pull up on the radio guy? Don't act tough with the radio.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
I can't get it off the screen. What happened?
Oh my God.
Can you get it off, Gray?
That was hilarious.
That is phenomenal, yo. The internet is undefeated, bro.
Try to pull something up and then pull it down.
I think other people got more free time than I got, yo, because it's crazy. Like people have time to make stuff like this.
Like it's getting out of control, bro, but it's hilarious.
That shit is funny though.
I be at work. I got kids. I don't know when people get the time to make this type of stuff.
It's so relevant too. That's what makes it funny.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I've been looking into how to create it. It's like 5 different programs. You gotta like put a script into one app, a picture in the other app. It's all kind of stuff you gotta do. All right. Let me start off with our first video of the night. We gotta beat this dead horse because they're gonna clean it up soon. The Diddy trial. So as y'all know, the trial is in the hands of the jury now. So I'm gonna play this video, and then I want y'all opinion on what y'all think's gonna happen.
Jurors did not render a verdict today. The jury said that they were ready to end their deliberations at 5 p.m. today, but right before they ended, they submitted a note to the judge that asked for clarification about the distribution, which is one of the predicate acts that fall under RICO. And they asked, if a person asks for an illegal substance and then a person hands it over to them, is that counted as distribution? Now, the judge said that he's going to give them the answer to this question tomorrow, and he told Diddy's lawyers and the prosecution to come up with the proper wording for the answer to this question. The government thinks that the answer should say yes and then point them back to the jury instructions. Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilio, said that he would like a little more time to discuss it with his team. And then the judge said that they needed to agree on the language that he needs to give the jurors about this question by 6 p.m. tonight. Oh, this is one of the questions that I say watch out for because it can kind of tell you what the jury is thinking. If the judge decides to go with what the government says and it's just flat out yes, that is distribution, that could honestly be bad for Diddy. As you know, under the RICO charge, you only have to prove 2 predicate acts happened in a 10-year time period. Little things like this, in turn, actually turn out to be a big deal, but I'm sure we'll find out more about this tomorrow. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
All right, Doc, you want to start us off?
I don't know how the verdict is gonna go, but I think that whole distribution thing, I think that they beating that a little bit. I mean, if I'm somewhere at a party and I'm hanging out with my peoples and I see something or people doing something and I say, hey yo, and they give me one, that make him a distributor now. Like I don't really think, you know what I'm saying? He had a lot of that stuff for his personal use. They was using it for whatever his side quest parties was, and I think if people ask him for it and he give them some, I don't think that should be count as distribution. That's not, you know, in my eyes.
King J.
I don't know, man. I really don't be following this too much. This stuff don't. I've never been into the crime world, so I don't really know what's going on, and I ain't really paying it no mind for real. To be honest with you.
So you like to participate, just not watch it.
Nah, I ain't doing none of that.
All right, Jamie on.
Oh, yeah, like King J, I haven't been looking at this stuff, but I don't like Diddy. This whole case is just everybody who participated should go to jail, and that's just it. Get the life sentence. All these sex parties, and I don't like it. This whole Hollywood should go to jail.
That man work hard his whole life to be able to throw these sex parties. What I'm saying, how did man work his whole life to get money, and now he can't enjoy it? That's really the single man's dream. I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna get a bunch of you know what, you feel me? And they're gonna do whatever. We can't throw nobody in jail for achieving their goals. That's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta go with Doc on this one.
Yeah, come on, man. When all we get some money, if I get some money right now, if I get Diddy money and I don't get no boppers, I feel like I ain't got no money.
Slim,
man, if it's determined that any one of those kids were underage during that trafficking scenario from whatever country, it's a wrap. other than that, I agree with y'all. Once you get a certain age, you're supposed to be able to do what you do when you make the bread. But again, once you get a certain age, so no matter what country you're from, that shit don't fly overhead. And you know, if he was bringing girls back this way, and they happen to be underage, it's a wrap. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah, agreed. Gray.
Oh, so the update on the trial is they did let him go home at 5 o'clock, and it was a jury member that they said was not being cooperative. So it looks good for Diddy. They did drop some of those predicate charges or predicate, whatever, however you say it, charges. And they resemble some of the charges that he's been charged with: sex trafficking, arson, and some of the other stuff. So it looks good for Diddy. So we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah, they were saying that juror, I guess he has seen the video and basically said he can remain impartial. He probably feel like Doc. All right, let me run to the next one. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with Myron Gaines. He had a simp run up on him and play the video.
Your show?
Yeah.
You can't disrespect me. Because I'm a nigga walk up here, throw this drink in your face, and let you know what's up.
Oh, you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably.
that won't be good,
I'm
man.
hammered
That won't be good, bro.
I'm hammered though.
That won't be good. That won't be good. That won't be good. That won't be good. For those that are wondering, he's about 5'6". He's about 5'6". On some nigga shit, man. Bro, this is crazy. It's funny. It confirms all the stereotypes. Comes in, starts chimping out, starts acting crazy, having a good discussion, debate on higher IQ shit. This dude immediately makes it about black women, starts simping. Crazy. It's crazy, bro. Hey, man. This what, bro. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up. People be on some bullshit, man. Like, it's comedy, man.
All right, so I know how a few of y'all feel about Myron Gaines. I'm gonna let King J jump on this one first.
It's about time somebody tear his ass up. It's about time somebody tear his ass up.
For what?
He always got something to say about my motherfucking community. I don't fuck with him. I hope they fucking deport his ass. I hope he go right back where he came from.
Tell your community to straighten up. He won't have nothing to say.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that. He need to go back. I hope he get deported next.
Slim.
Man, that dude's funny as hell, man. And yo, again, he be keeping it real. And, you know, a lot of people don't like the truth. So that's really what it is. So at the end of the day, I support the bro. I just think he funny as shit. I mean, you know, the hate gonna always come, but that's what he's saying, that nigga shit.
Gray.
So the guy was approaching him because of the comments he made about black women, right?
Well, that was his whole thing, and even going up to him, because it was about something different. It was about the black community, but he was already loaded when he got to the mic.
Yeah, he seemed like he was like drunk or faded, or and you know, like he was trying to get a viral moment. But I mean, the stuff Myron Gaines say about black women is disgusting. Stuff say about black people disgusting. But
is it a lie?
I mean, stereotypes. Some things are gonna fit.
Nah, that's the yes or no question. Is it a lie?
It's a lie. It's a lie.
The stuff that he's saying about black women that we see every day, all day.
Some of the most educated women on the planet is black women, but he just don't invite educated black women on his platform. The women he invite to speak with, it might be true about them. That's a small percentage of women, especially black women. He just doesn't invite educated black women up there to have a conversation because honestly, Myron Gaines isn't someone who can hold a conversation with an educated black woman.
But my thing is he talking about those women? Or is he talking
He's talking about the whole group in general, but he's using those women to make his point. He
I can't
pulls
agree with that.
10%. He pulls from the bottom of the bottom to make his. When the last time you seen him have somebody up there? Myers has a lot of money. When has he brought someone
Well,
up there with money and education and a background to have these debates? He bring women up there who don't know the topics. They just want to be seen on the internet, and they want to have their Instagram flash at the bottom in the bio and have people follow him. Those are the women he has on there. And I've watched a couple of them, but I've never seen a woman of intelligence, of extreme intelligence, invited on there, and they give her the chance to voice her opinion without over talking her, cutting her short, or making some sort of hypothetical scenario that's never happening in the real world.
And on that,
Jamie on.
And Iron Grains, I think he's a very.
You going in and out.
Give me an.
Yeah, some wrong with your mic. You want to try coming in and come back out? Say something.
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Right, so Myron.
No, you keep cutting out. Something wrong with your mic.
You can.
All right, we'll go to the next person.
All right, we get Slim. Did we get to you?
Yeah. You got to me.
All right.
But also, I didn't see Myron have the energy with the man that he had from, that he had with women. When he talking to women,
he had it.
10 feet tall.
That was the last part of it. But if
Gray,
you
know us. It ain't no way. We'd have packed you out if you threatened to throw a drink on me. We'd have packed you out there. Myron stood behind his security the whole time. It was like, me? You talking to me?
You're supposed to.
Man, we'd have packed you out.
You on a professional show.
We'd have packed you out there. You talking about throwing a drink on me in front of all these people.
I get that, but if he'd have acted up, they probably wouldn't have invited him back.
I think he would have got more. He would have got more love.
From the Negroes, from the ignorance,
from men.
But I'm saying that's
that don't live in their bubble basement.
No, you got to chill out when that's your business, because they might be like, "Yo, you can't come back." But the fact he let security handle it and it went under, it just became an entertainment piece instead of it being like an all-out brawl. And they're like, "Hey, you know what? You caused too much ruckus. You can't come back here."
Isn't that what Red Pill all about, though? I thought it was like not backing down.
But it don't. It's not, you talking about violence. Not backing down can just be being a man. Just some things you walk away from. You don't fight on everything. Some things aren't worth it.
Doesn't he say it like he with that action? He don't often say like, "Oh yeah, that I'm with that if that's what you with."
No, he said that pretty often. He said that won't be a good idea.
No, I'm saying he's previously said that pretty often. He talks about how he go to the gym and how he ain't soft, and that was his chance.
Nah, that would have just been ignorant. He would have been like the people he talk about.
We'd have packed his security out and then pack him out too.
I actually have respect that he showed restraint. The dude wasn't worth it. The dude was drunk. More than likely, he was drunk, just talking out the side of his face. If you're a real man, that's not gonna bother you. You're gonna keep on going.
Would he get up?
I would say the opposite.
Like I said, he could have ruined his whole thing. And something him acting out online live could have impacted him worse. That's his business. You got to stand down for your business.
I feel like he could have got peace through force.
He did have force. Big ass nigga that was helping him.
And then when Trump got peace through force, if Myron would have put a little force, he could have got some peace. You see what I'm saying?
He had
why he dropped no bombs on what?
He had Faison Love as his security, and Trump got B-2 bombers. So I mean that's he had his strength right there.
What you was gonna say, King J?
It just, for me, I don't understand why why it's okay for people to drag our women. I don't give a fuck about none of it.
We're not, you know what?
Dragging my women.
We're not dragging women.
Why not talk positive about black women?
How you talk positive about hoes? You can't talk positive about hoes, bro. We not talking. See,
if we talking about hoes, everybody else demographic got hoes. We got the most educated population. Our women are the most educated population in this nation.
Guess what? We're not talking about other people. We talking about our black hoes.
Hey, King J.
We need to talk about his hoes, the hoes that run in his goddamn.
I got a question, Jay. Hold on. I got an educated black woman for you. I want to know how you feel about it. Her name is Candace Owens. What you think about her?
She educated, misguided. The other question.
Oh, she don't count.
I know I gave her a props. I said she educated, but she misguided.
Oh, okay.
Selective outrage. I see.
Did you want to try and go? Was your mic good?
All right.
Try to come out and come back in. Like, go completely out.
Okay.
I'm gonna take him out, Vulgar.
All right. Cool. Yeah, that we got to stop that. Like, it's not all women. Most of the time, and here's the thing: if you doing what you're supposed to do, you married, you about your family, you ain't out running these streets. You don't have your man on child support, all this shit. We not talking about you. Myron's not talking about you. He's only talking about the hoes. But y'all want to group everybody? No, like that's like guerrilla warfare. Nah, we're not doing that. If you're a good woman, that you don't count. As a matter of fact, a lot of the good women jump on our side. And that needs to happen more often. Need to hold the community accountable.
All right. Is it working good?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead. About Myron Gaines.
Yeah, I think Myron Gaines, I'm not really familiar with him. I saw him one time. I know Candace Owens went on his podcast, and that's the educated Black person that he had. But I think he's just a very honest and blunt person, and I like him for that.
Okay, for sure.
All right. Let me go to the next subject. Cool. All right, here we go. This one's for the Dems.
Remember about 2 months ago when every liberal was crying about the stock market crashing, saying everyone's losing their 401ks, Trump is tanking the economy. Well, the S&P 500 just hit a literal record high today. So where are those people at now? Since they were blaming Trump for the stock market crashing, shouldn't they be congratulating Trump for having record highs? This means people have record highs in their 401ks too. Shouldn't all these people be excited and happy about this? And on top of that, over the last 4 years, we were told that the economy was great, all because the stock market was looking good. It didn't matter what inflation was or the price of anything. The stock market was high, therefore everyone was doing good and the economy was also doing good. So by that same logic, all these liberals that are crying and complaining about the economy should be shutting up now, because by their logic, this is good. The economy is amazing. I guarantee you none of them are going to talk about this, because it would just kill them on the inside to have anything nice to say about anything to do with Trump.
All right. Let King J have this one first.
I ain't really been paying attention to the stock market, but I will say this. I still don't care. I still don't care. And I'm going to tell you why I don't care. All he did was market manipulation and made his friends richer when they was in the White House kicking it on interviews talking about something. Didn't you make $1 billion? Yeah, you made 900 million, didn't you? While everybody else was suffering. Congratulations. It went back to where it was at.
I wish I could say that's true, because when he said now's the time to invest, I did, and it worked out. All right, Slim, you want to jump in?
Man, like I said, the best president we had in history. Is all facts. Numbers are showing it just what it is. And, like I said, no matter what he does positive, a lot of people ain't going to look at it. They're not going to care. They just want him gone, but he's still here. So I'm going to enjoy this 4 years. The last 4 was suffering, but I'm good now.
Jamie on?
Yeah, I think the liberals are a bunch of hypocrites because, their politicians make all the money by doing these taking money from these shady people and invest in shady ways. I think they're just being hypocritical, and thank God that Trump is in office.
Gray.
So the reason that the economy is doing good is because Trump planned and go into action. All his tariff plans are in court. He didn't do it. He chickened out about the tariffs. And like you, I invested because that's what we was all talking about in here. So I invested too, and it worked out good. So I'm not gonna, not give Trump his praise for that because he's the president, but it wasn't anything that he particularly did. He basically, didn't put the plan in action. What liberals were saying is tariffs don't work, tariffs don't work. So I feel like they're still right at the end of the day.
Yo, what was that? You put me on the spot, man.
I did that. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. I thought you were just thinking about bad. Happy to do that. Go ahead.
Nah, man, I can't even agree. Y'all keep saying he chickened out. Nah, it's a tactic. This is what you do. You go with the maximum position. I do that. I used to do that with my parents. If I needed $50, I'll go to them and be like, hey, I need $200. Like I learned that early in life. And they'd be like, what the hell you need with 200? And I'll keep pushing it. Then I'm like, all right, I only need 60. Like that's what I would do because of the perception of it. 200 seems like, 50 don't seem like nothing when you say 200. So that's the thing about the tariffs. I don't think Trump ever had it in his mind to run with these tariffs permanently or that he wanted to. Now he would have if these countries didn't back down. All he really wanted was cooperation. All he really wanted was America to not be getting played like we were getting played. He wanted it to be fair. He wanted us to make money off of trade, not subsidizing and benefiting the rest of the world. All right, Doc, what's your take on it?
I haven't been following the stock market either, but I think, America is one of the biggest economies in the world. And I would hope that if we put a president in who, a pillar of what he's running on is he's a good businessman. I would hope that we would do good business and, the people would profit from it. So, I haven't followed it too closely, but I probably have to take a closer look at it.
Oh, yeah. And that's the other part that's sad. Like, if this had been the previous administration, it would have been all over all y'all would have heard about it. But anytime something like this happened with Trump, it's never a headline. It goes under. It's just crazy how nobody's heard about it but me.
I mean, is you really paying attention to something when he broke it himself and then he went and undid what he fucking did to break it?
He didn't break anything.
How can you praise somebody for putting tariffs down and then realizing the market is going to shit and then taking them off? What did you do?
The market never went to shit. No, the market never went to shit.
He broke it and then fixed it.
It's people like you that don't have. It's people like you that don't have faith in what he was doing, and it ended up what he was doing was right. I always say it's like surgery. If you do surgery, you got to cut first. You're gonna have to do more damage for it to get better, and that's exactly what he did. He did surgery with the tariffs. They worked out. I don't know why y'all can't admit that. Like the shit worked. Like give the man his flowers. I would have more respect for y'all if y'all gave the man his flowers. Like, okay, finally, you know what? Finally, he finally did something. Congratulations. Y'all don't want to give this nigga nothing.
You see this, Boger? The Fed is prepared for stagflation. So
okay, well, we'll get there. Hey, when that comes, y'all can come back on here and roast the shit out of me. But right now, I'm about to cook. Right now, I'm cooking at 400 degrees.
I'm at this point when it comes.
When we had stagflation, y'all let me. They said that the last time he was in office, man, it's gonna be stagflation. The market's gonna crash. The world's gonna end. The nuke's gonna hit here. The nuke's gonna hit there. It never happened. Why? Because the dude is being masculine. He's being a man. He's been a leader. That's what a leader do. Like I keep saying, real leaders usually aren't liked until they're gone. The ones who are liked usually they're giving in and caving in to somebody. They trying to be liked, not right. And that's the difference with Trump. Trump's not trying to be liked. In some ways he is. In some ways I feel like, yo, stop doing it, because these people are never going to like, especially in the black community. They're never going to like you no matter what you do. You can free everybody. You can free every rapper. They're never going to like you.
Damn, what you worried about
that? All right. You want to run? I did my rant, Gray.
Oh, yeah. If you're watching right now, go subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you for.
All right, before we get to the main event, I kind of want to talk about this. I'm not sure of the credibility of this, but it has been out there. What's going on with Carmelo Anthony?
Oh yeah,
the claims of him asking for a public defender.
The parents spent all the money supposedly.
Yeah, so I don't know how credible this is, but everybody's on it. So hey, I want to get everybody's view on it. Here we go.
Anthony's family has requested a court-appointed attorney instead of using some of the $600,000, $700,000 that they got in the GoFundMe from everyone that was feeling like, oh yeah, this young man was being so bullied, let me give them money. Only for him to now be charged with first-degree murder, which means the jury saw something in it too, because the indictment, like, they got to see some things. And so where's that money gonna go? I'll tell you where it's gonna go. His parents are gonna live off of it while he goes to jail, because sympathetic black people, yeah, it's the truth, gave them free money. Why can't we be sympathetic to the right shit as black people? Why do we get behind the wrong side of shit?
I'll go first. I wish I could pull the video up. Do y'all remember what I said last time? I said if it was me and I felt like I was going to go to trial, I would have the time of my life. I would go out. I would do everything I want. I would just do whatever I wanted. So if he had fun just because he was worried about going to prison, I'm not mad at it. I mean, he should have put it for an attorney, but hey, if you about to go lay it down, I might go. I might have a blast. What about you, Doc?
That's stupid to me. His parents aren't people of no, like, maybe they couldn't pay $1 million bond, but from all intents and purposes, what they show, his people are nice, middle class. They could afford some sort of competent attorney for him. So I think all of this is propaganda. These are people who just want to talk bad about somebody. There's no way he can't afford a lawyer. He had the racial divide in this simply brought civil rights lawyers who are competent and well equipped to help him and try these cases. So I think he would have some sort of attorney. The fact that they say he went and got a public defender, I don't even think they realized that he was still considered as a child because his parents claimed him on his taxes. He wouldn't even be eligible for a public defender. I don't think most people know how this stuff even works. He couldn't go in there and request a public defender with how much money they make. I went to trial. I had a situation, and I went in. It cost me $20,000 to get a lawyer, and I beat something along the same lines. So for him to say that his parent, like, he didn't need $400,000 to be the case. You know what I'm saying? So I think for people to be saying that, they're just throwing stuff around. A lot of that is to make it look bad, and you don't really know the facts of a case. You know what I mean? And you don't know anything about it until you get there. So I think that's just people being crazy. That's just the internet trolling.
Yeah, that's why, because I looked it up to try to verify, and I'm like, you know what? It's a hot topic. I want to talk about it, but I at least had to put that disclaimer out that we just speculating.
Well,
all right. Yep.
Oh yeah, man. Yo, if that is the situation, and that boy got a PD, man, it's over. Number one, it ain't like he on trial for something very small. If that is the situation and they utilize those funds to, like Grace say, have a good time, I mean, you could have put away $50K to get, your life together, at least try to fight the case. If that's not the situation, you just know you're guilty, and that's what it is. Like, that's the only reason you're gonna spend all the bread. So I don't know. If he got a PD, it's over. I'm gonna just keep it G. It's a wrap.
Jamie,
Well, I hope he goes to jail to be frank. He killed that boy. I forgot, Austin Metcalf, right? If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. He killed him, cold blood, and if he wants to spend his money before he goes to jail, that okay. I guess that's. It's in this book. I want to kind of promote it. It's by Ali Stuckey, Toxic Empathy. I'm going to start reading it. I bought it, but I think it's going along the lines of this, and a lot of Black people fall for these things, these stupid things. And just like with Donald Trump, in the case of Donald Trump, a lot of people fall for the lies. Talk about Project 2025, backing that stuff. But yeah, I hope he goes to jail if he's not already in there.
Mr. King J.
I think what we just watched was disgusting. If we can't verify the source and the first person to come out and say some shit, a tap dancing ass Sambo, I cannot stand that shit. Why is always us? Let them do that shit. But it's us. If you can't verify the source, why are you speaking about it? Why are you bashing? And you have no idea what you're talking about if you can't even verify the damn source. That's disgusting, man.
Jamie, somebody want to know what the name of your book is.
Ali, it's called Toxic Empathy by Ali Stuckey. She's a political commentator.
All right,
and then I think it's safe to say that like people like if he needed a public defender, lawyers would line up to take the case simply to have their name in the headlines. Like on premier cases like this, he would have no like shortage of attorneys just wanting their name attached to this so that they can drum up business, and he wouldn't need a public defender. The case is national news. Lawyers would fly across the country to take it. I think that's just crazy to even think.
I'm gonna give my take on it. If this like say, because they did say like his group, his people or somebody leaked this. So I feel like if it is true that he did go for this, if it come out that he did file for a PD, I would feel like he may feel like, you know what, I'm not going to beat this. We got this money donated to us. I'm just going to, because the thing is, even though I think he's 17, I don't know if he turned 18 yet or not, but either way, he's going to turn 18 soon, more than likely. He would be grown. His income would be separate from his parents. Like say if his parents got the money now, that's with them. So on the technicality, he could go to the court and ask for that, and there's a possibility he could get that. And he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go down. Y'all take this money and live and put some on my books.
They take all that into account in court. When you go into court and they ask you about your finances, the court can research that when you asking them for a public defender. They know the money you got donated and all. They know that it was for you though, if it says that on there, and they can make them have those funds allocated for that. You see what I'm saying? It ain't something where you could just try and separate. Like the court won't even allow you to.
You could go for that, but then he could say, hey, I'm my own person. Like that's what court is for. You can argue these things and possibly.
And no one thinks they're not going to get off. I just sat in there with a lot of them. Nobody thinks they're not going to. We all going home. You know what I'm saying?
So that's just my theory. It's crazy. It's out there, but yeah, I'm with y'all. I don't think like you got a $500,000. I really don't think that you're hiring a public defender, especially not if you're still a kid. But people do need to verify sources and stuff before putting stuff out. But then you know what? You got satire too. I put out a lot of satire stuff and people get mad. Like it's not, I'm like, it's satire. It's a whole genre. But I think it's more up to the individual to do their research. How do y'all feel about that?
I'm glad that platforms like silence misinformation. I feel like because sometimes people are looking, if they're looking at you for information, people get confused. And we had Pizzagate, we had the guy that tried to assassinate Donald Trump, all types of people where they on the internet and they're sucking in like information. The guy that killed the black people at a grocery store because he believed in a white replacement theory. So like these types of misinformation and conspiracy theories, I know we talk about a lot of them, but some of these times these people believe it and then they do actions in real life.
Yeah. But I have to, when I think about it, I don't think the people who's putting it, I think there should be some type of responsibility, but then, like I said, part of our culture is satire too. So I really think it's more on the individual to do their research. Like I just didn't come push this out here. Like I actually, anything we have on the Man Cave, I try to verify whether it's true or false before I put it out.
Yeah, and we got a disclaimer, so we protect it.
Cool. All right, main event. Trump keep getting W's.
Just got even better. A big win at the Supreme Court and a big loss for rogue liberal judges. Small ball district judges are no longer allowed to stop the president's agenda. Liberal lawyers can't sue every time Trump acts and get an Obama-Biden judge to issue a nationwide injunction. The ruling was 6-3. Trump stopped by the briefing room to take a victory lap.
Well, this was a big one, wasn't it? This was a big decision. This morning, the Supreme Court has delivered a monumental victory for the Constitution, the separation of powers, and the rule of law. It gives power back to people that should have it, including Congress, including the presidency. And it only takes bad power away from judges. It really doesn't take power. It takes bad power, sick power, and unfair power. And it's really going to be, this is a very monumental decision.
Bondi was there, and she said the nation just got a lot safer.
You should all feel safer now that President Trump can deport all of these gangs, and not one district court judge can think they're an emperor over this administration and his executive powers and why the people of the United States elected him.
Among other things, rogue judges were stopping Trump from eliminating birthright citizenship. So after this ruling, birthright citizenship is getting fast-tracked to the Supreme Court. Justices hear the case in October.
Thanks for this decision, and thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis. And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore. That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation.
Was a bar.
All right, who want to take this one?
Jamie, you go first as you the guest.
Okay, so yeah, I like this, and I do approve of the thing of birthright citizenship, and it was meant for slaves, and people are trying to scam the system. So yeah, I'm thankful that Trump did this big beautiful bill thing, and hopefully they will pass the thing. And what was it, with his birthright citizenship? I got to read up on it, but I know I'm just ready for it to be gone.
Doc.
That was a bar. I see how he threw that out to try to get the people on his side. Clearly, he got y'all on his side when he said that. That's part of what made America America. Coming here, and if my children are born here, they're American. That wasn't for the baby. That wasn't for the kids of slaves. Irish people came over here. Plenty of people from the European countries came over here. Chinese, Asian, helped build a road. Tons of people came over here after slavery, and when their children were born here, they were American citizens. That was part of the American dream. That's part of what the soldiers of America fight for, is that freedom of American citizens, and that's what is built up. I done served with guys who came over here and could barely speak English, and they signed up to join the U.S. Army. And when they had children, their children were American citizens. And I know he's trying to say, the people who sneak over here, and that's just a small percentage of people who are doing it. I think it's going to get to a point where it's overdone, and now you got people fighting for American citizenship when they should be, entitled to it. It wasn't just for the babies of slaves, he tried to put it in this minute category, and that wasn't what it's for. That's part of the American dream.
May I interfere here?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So this was a part of the this was post Civil War when they created this as a part of the 14th Amendment. So this was for the babies of slaves, so they could have the right to be here, and your children will obviously have the right to be here because you're an American citizen. And I don't believe a foreign citizen who was born here then came here like on vacation and had their baby here should be here just for some crazy reason.
I mean, but you're trying to put it into a small thing right there. You said somebody came on vacation. He's not talking about people who came to stay here for a weekend. He's talking about people who came here to make their life in America. He's saying that their kids here, their kids shouldn't be American citizens. And that's not true. And the babies of slaves, why would we need this? They were born in America. No
I
one
don't know.
else.
It was rigged back then. It was crazy back then, as you know.
No, I'm gonna clarify.
They're not the only people who benefited from it, is my point. The Irish came over here, Chinese, Asian, all type of demographic. That's why America is America. He's trying to make this into like a Mexican thing, in my opinion. That's what I'm getting at. The Spanish thing. To me, that's how it feels.
Yeah. No, what he's saying is, hold on, Doc. What he's saying is for the people. The slaves who came here, African American slaves who came here, were forced over here. They didn't volunteer to come here, so that's why it was put in place. Basically saying, okay, they here, we brought them over here. We're ending the slavery thing. They have full citizenship just like us. That's what he's saying. He's saying it's not meant for people who sneak over here and have babies.
And I'm saying, why would we need that? They built the country. Why would we need something in place to say the people who built this country are American citizens now? We just made a bill, 14th Amendment, and they're American citizens. They built the country.
Human. What are you talking about? They had all kind of stuff in place.
And that's my
point. A full citizen. So the amendment was put in place for us being here that go ahead and say we're citizens. Instead of all this, you're a fifth of a citizen, you don't have certain rights. That's what the bill was put in place for. Or at least that was the driving force, was slavery. After we abolish slavery, we're going to say, hey, they're citizens. If you were born here, your kids, they're citizens too. It's not, so what he's trying to say is not supposed to be for people who sneak over here and have kids just to try to gain citizenship.
You think he stops any of those wealthy friends he has who come from Russia, who come from Ukraine? You think he stops any of them from when their kids come over here and have kids and make their kids American citizens?
We don't know that. He could have those standards. We're speculating. We don't know that.
That's my thing. That's part of the American dream. Part of the American dream was, if you are born here, you're an American. People came here to make a life. These aren't people who came for the weekend. You're saying that like these people came here.
Why can't you take it that he's trying to keep it an American dream and not an American nightmare? He's trying to throttle.
How did he get his American citizenship?
Do what?
He wasn't born. His people weren't born on this land. If that's what you want to go back to, at what point did they put Trump?
His dad is German. They're from Germany.
So at what point did he put in?
Here, right?
At what point did? So how did he get his American citizenship? He was born here. You're right, just like everybody else gets.
But I'm saying he was born here from a citizen. What are you talking about?
Hold on, I want to bring up what Skeptic just brought up. So Skeptic brought up a case. One Kim Art versus USA. And basically, and Skeptic on a new part, she said this is what gave immigrants the same right to birthright citizenship. So it was passed in court. But
every American is an immigrant. No one was born here. So when you say he gave those rights to slaves, the Europeans who came here, what made them citizens? They stole this land from Native Americans.
You can't steal land. You can conquer it. They can't. Yeah, they came here for Europe, conquered it, took it over.
You can't steal it
because they won the fight. They won the fight. They get the
eminent domain. Eminent domain can be considered stealing land.
That's the spoils of war. You won. You make the rules now. If you lose your rule. That's the same thing with the Constitution. Once somebody is strong enough to defeat America, the Constitution won't mean shit no more. The only thing upholding the Constitution, the people like you and Gray and King J that served in the military, we had the strongest military. Once we lose that, the Constitution won't mean shit. There's nothing holding it up but us fighting.
Slim, what you think?
Man, another win for my boy. I mean, that's just how I get down when it comes to Trump, man. I mean, everything he doing, I'm just glad. I know it's gonna be pushback. Everything he do, most of the liberal people, they just can't stand him. Doesn't matter what he does. I'm over that part of it. Like now I see, like Trump derangement syndrome is official. Like it's real. So now I just learned to live with it. So I got people that say, oh, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, but for some reason they don't like Trump. Everybody who say that never liked Trump. I've never seen anybody who say that be cool on the Republican side. So I just know it's a derangement thing. People don't want to see him for what he really is all about. And this is where we are. That's why he's going to keep winning. No matter what people say, what people feel. I know every move he make is for the better of this country. And that's where I'm at with it. So I love to see these little confrontational things because he's still winning.
King J.
I would say that so far as the court case, eventually I think that's going to come handy for us later on down the line when it's time for us to get back into power. So far as citizenship, I think that this is not even a question that we should be asking. Anybody that has any good grammar, when you actually go and read it, it says all persons. All persons. It doesn't say descendants of slaves. I mean, we're talking about the founding fathers. Republicans love to revere the founding fathers on how smart they were. So if that was their real intentions, why didn't they just put the freed slaves or descendants of slaves? It's because they wanted to enshrine that right for anybody that came here. And there's no arguing about that. There's really no arguing about it. It says all persons born, naturalized in the United States, subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States. I mean, I don't know how y'all could argue with that. The
So
grammar is here. Grammatically,
it says subject to the jurisdiction.
yes.
So that means whatever the law is at the time.
All persons were naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the states wherein they reside.
Okay. Jamie, how old are you?
17.
17? Hey, it's a big thing. Say a young man like you, talking politics, you seem like very smart. And like Jamian talks about a lot of stuff. He big on TikTok. And you like like Christian podcaster, right? Creator.
Yeah, Christian. Mm-hmm.
For sure. So we definitely gonna have Jamie on. He's free for the summer. We'll get him on as many times as we can. Give us your closing thoughts.
Well, Christ is king. Give your life to Jesus Christ, and all babies matter. So let's not kill babies. And yeah, that's really it. Accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and I promise you will not regret it.
For sure. Slim, what's your closing thoughts?
Oh man, I like Javion, man. A smart young brother, man. Keep doing what you're doing and get a lot more people in your generation to have that mindset, man. I think that's gonna be phenomenal. So continue, man. But yeah, another good show, man. Vogel's doing his thing. I'm loving it. And it's the Man Cave New Party, man. Family over here. No matter the differences, we all still together, man. So let's get it. New Party, Man Cave.
Most definitely. Doc, what's your closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts is Trump's grandfather came over here when he was 16 years old. His father was born here and made an American citizen. He's taken away from people something that he benefited from. He's directly one lineage away from benefiting from. And, I just think that's part of the American dream. So that's just my opinion on it, though.
For sure. King J.
It was a good show today, you guys. This specific topic, I don't even see why we're having this discussion. If you have any good grammar skills and can read properly, then the Constitution says what it says in point blank, period, in black and white. So we'll see.
For sure. First off, I want to thank Jamion. It's nice, to have a young guy come on here with all those old guys. to give us, a perspective from being young. And it's nice to see, a young guy involved in politics. Hopefully people see you and other young guys get into politics. With Trump approval rating is bad. Like he basically is making all types of mistakes, and with the independents, he's failing with them. I hear Slim laughing, but for me, if I live here in America, but if Trump does something good, I'll say, okay, that's good because I benefited, like what Vogler said with the stocks. So we talked about stocks and stuff all on here. All of us were saying, oh, we all start wishing for the recession. Then it was like, oh, we all go invest. So I give credit where credit is due. I don't think Trump had anything to do with it, but I'm not just going to say like, he had nothing to do with it. Man cave. Ogre.
Oh man. King J. Yeah. I think we all got good grammar, but we all also have separation of powers. And we have judges that are supposed to sort out differences of the interpretations of the Constitution. So to say that, I understand what you're saying, but that's why we have the judicial branch of the government to sort out differences. So it's not as black and white as you make it seem. All right. I'm glad that Trump can do things like they said. You don't have 600 presidents because that's what it's like.
Vogler, I think you froze. But Nora wanted me to plug the new party show at 12 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be covering the Diddy trial. So we're going to keep a close eye on that as soon as we know what's going on with Diddy. Go ahead, Vogler. You froze.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
Where did I freeze at? But anyway, I was telling King J, I was like, we got 3 branches of government, and we got the Supreme Court that's supposed to sort out discrepancies or the interpretation of the Constitution. So it's not as black and white as you make it. But yeah, I'm glad that they're freeing Trump up to do things that he's supposed to do as president. We don't have 600 other presidents as these district judges that's getting in his way. Let this man do what he do. And like I said, the next year, 2 years, 4 years, we'll see how it look. All right, man cave.
We'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern with a new party. We do this Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to play the outro.